What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be running over 3 coins that are going to completely explode. You guys, these setups are perfect, and I'm going to be running over why these coins are set up to explode, what's going on from an Elliott wave perspective, from a market cycle perspective. You're going to learn a lot of really awesome stuff in today's video. So make sure you stay clear till the very end of today's video. Also, comment down below if you have suggestions for coins, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos just like this one. So without further ado, let's get straight into these 3 coins. So this is Filecoin on the top, and this is the NASDAQ on the bottom. And the Filecoin chart is set on the daily candlesticks, while the NASDAQ is set on the 15-day candlesticks. Now, the reason I did this is because the NASDAQ is a perfect example of a Wall Street cheat sheet, also known as a market cycle. Now, this market cycle chart has made me more money than pretty much any other thing I've learned about trading, except for maybe Fibonacci and Elliott waves, but all those things go right together. So they're very, I use them in conjunction with each other. Now, what you'll notice about this market cycle chart is it looks exactly like the NASDAQ on the bottom here. And that's actually because this is a copy of that exact fractal. That's where this market cycle chart comes from. So you can see that we get 5 waves up. As I said, I use Elliott wave in conjunction with these cycles. So you get 5 waves up, the 5th wave being euphoria. And then you can ABC, the B wave being complacency, the A wave being the move that leads to complacency, and then of course the C wave being depression, right? So that would be right here on the NASDAQ. That was in 2003, basically, 2002, that the NASDAQ was in total and complete depression. Now it came out of that depression, it went to the disbelief phase, right here, where everybody says, this is a sucker's rally, only dummies are buying this, you know? And then it comes and tests support again, and of course, look what happened to the NASDAQ afterwards. The NASDAQ went into a new bull market and started a new market cycle, because that's the way that these market cycles work. Now, if we look at Filecoin on the top, you will quickly see that Filecoin is an exact copy of this same market cycle. Now, this is on the daily, but it doesn't matter, because these cycles are fractal in nature. So if you look here, we have 5 waves up on Filecoin. We have an ABC correction, so this would have been complacency. And then we get depression. This would have been anger right here, just like this right here. Would have been anger. And then depression. And that's basically anger and depression is where everybody's capitulating. You know, it starts at capitulation back here, but between anger and depression, they are selling their investments. They're capitulating out. So whether you're on the daily time frame or whether you're on the 15-day, it doesn't matter. If you're in depression, then people are selling their investments in that cycle. And that's what we see here with Filecoin, is that people are panic selling their investments because of this 5 wave up and this ABC. Now, what's really interesting is I'm on the daily candlesticks here, right? But watch what happens if I go up to the 5-day and I remove all the drawing tools and I show you this market cycle again. What's interesting is you'll actually see a repeat of the same type of thing going on. So we have euphoria up here, and we have an ABC correction, A, B, and C. This one is slightly different, but it's still the same structure. You have to learn how to see the subtle differences as you go. And so this ABC is actually a repeat. This market cycle is a repeat of this market cycle here. Yeah, we don't have all the historical data that the NASDAQ had because Filecoin is a lot newer. The NASDAQ, Filecoin has only been added since 2021. But it did a euphoria. It completely topped out and did a capitulation down into depression. So whether you're looking at Filecoin on the daily or whether you're looking at Filecoin on the 10-day, right, more like the NASDAQ time frame, we're still getting the same fractal, the same market cycle. So people are in depression on the mini cycle and people are in depression on the big cycle. So what you're going to see predominantly right now is noobs or retail money or a lot of influencers that are confused, a lot of people selling, a lot of people bearish because this is the human emotion. The depression, the anger is where the majority of the market is selling, even though they should be buying because it's the point of maximum financial opportunity. So this depression that Filecoin is in, both on the daily or the 10-day, whether you're on the mini cycle or the big cycle, that depression is the majority of the market is selling, even though it's the point of maximum financial opportunity for buyers. Right? So Filecoin is set up to start a new market cycle. It's set up to start and do what the NASDAQ did here and move into a bull market. So I'm very excited about Filecoin. I think we're going to see a big breakout on a small time frame because we're in depression. So we're at the point of maximum financial opportunity. How much lower can it go? Okay. So on the daily, it's in depression. On the 10-day, it's on depression. So we're going to see a very strong, in my opinion, according to my trading journal, not financial advice, we're going to see a strong reversal in Filecoin here as a result of market cycle analysis. So that's really exciting, you guys. It's worth $17 right now. You can see that the NASDAQ recovered above its euphoria. Why? Because these market cycles repeat. It starts a new cycle. So it goes to new all-time highs. So Filecoin's worth $17. Its previous all-time high is $241, right? So just from current prices up to its previous all-time high is 10 times your money on Filecoin. Now look what the NASDAQ did. It went way up above its all-time high, and it's not even done yet. People are panic selling the NASDAQ right now. It's not done doing what it's doing because this is a new cycle. In fact, it just barely broke its all-time high. So the correction that we're seeing in the NASDAQ right now is a very, very healthy correction. It's actually painting a bull flag structure for continuation. Yet just like crypto, everybody's bearish on it because the majority of the market, it's a market cycle, whether in the big time frame or the small time frame, they sell, the majority of the people sell at the contracted point, the point of maximum financial opportunity where they should be buying. And that happens on macro time frames and micro time frames. So this down here, the selling that's going on the NASDAQ, where everybody's panic selling, is contracting and getting closer, if not already there. It could by the end of today. I'm not going to try to predict exact bottoms, but it's contracting on the smaller time frame, and it will reach a point of maximum financial opportunity. The whales will pick it up at that oversold areas, and they will play the bull flag pattern here on the NASDAQ. It's very high probability to see continuation. So, the world will tell you the sky is falling right when technical analysis tells you to buy. So you have to learn how to go against the crowd. It's like the Robert Frost poem, The Road Less Traveled. Okay? Go look up this poem by Robert Frost. This is your homework for the week if you haven't heard of it. If you have heard of it, comment it down below or something in the comments. The Road Less Traveled. It is the path that most people do not take. And it talks about in this poem how taking the road less traveled has been a blessing in his life, has been a wonderful thing. And that is what I've done many, many times with these markets. I've taken the road less traveled, and it's proven to be very profitable. And that's what you learn how to do with these market cycles, because 80 to 90% of the market is losing money. So the common path, the common road is to lose money. It's to get confused, it's to get emotional, it's to let the news control you. It's to let crappy traders control you, right? It's those things. It's letting yourself be controlled by the road that's traveled by everybody because it feels good, right? This world is full of things that people do because it feels good, even though it's not what they should be doing. And that is the road that's commonly traveled, right? The path that leads to truth and the path that leads to light is the path less traveled. And that's true. So choose the path that leads to wisdom and light, and it's the one that's less traveled. You will have to take it, and you'll have to have faith in walking alone, or at least somewhat alone, because not a lot of people take that path. But that path is so rewarding, and you will not lose your inner conviction, your inner happiness. You will not be tossed by the waves at sea in life. You will stay grounded and consistent, but it takes faith to take the road less traveled. And so, yeah, that's very exciting for Filecoin, you guys. This ABC correction will lead to a huge move up, in my opinion. And I'll get into Dogecoin in a second, but before we do, let's talk about XRP, which is a very, very exciting chart, you guys. Another situation of the road less traveled. There's going to be people calling for 10 cents on XRP, and the majority of the market is going to be selling out of news or fear. And what's really showing on from a technical perspective is actually, again, opportunity, not fear. Triangle Elliott wave has E wave. It's the final wave of the triangle. What we see here on Bitcoin in 2015 is it formed an A, B, C, D, E triangle pattern, and then went from being worth $432 into its bull market of going all the way to 20,000 by the end of 2017. So this is from 2016, and then 2017 is all of this exciting movement up to 20,000 per coin. But before it went to 20,000 per coin, everybody panic sold. It consolidated sideways for a long period of time. Then it went into a bull market, started breaking into a bull market and consolidated into a triangle, and then continued to make higher highs and higher lows all the way to 20,000 per coin. That is exactly what XRP has done. The same sideways consolidation, the same ABC correction, the same triangle pattern, almost the exact same time frames, like year for year. And what do we see? It's falling down onto the E wave, just as Bitcoin did, in the apex of the triangle, meaning the final point, whether it breaks bullish or bearish. So I'm very excited about this bullish breakout on XRP that I see coming, that should take us all the way into new all-time highs, just like what happened with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is a spitting image of the same market structure. Even the first sell-off, the parabolic run into euphoria, the ABC correction, the sideways consolidation, the triangle. These market cycles are fractal, they repeat. If I can take this market cycle, on the NASDAQ and compare it to stuff in crypto over and over again to make money, then I can also take Bitcoin and compare it to XRP and make money, which I have used this Bitcoin fractal on Ethereum. When Ethereum was worth $80 before it went up to $3,000 recently. And it worked like magic. So I'm very excited about this pattern. A bullish breakout is very likely. The E wave is the final wave. Everybody, all the bulls buy that wave because they're intelligent. And all the bears end up selling that wave, right? So that's a very, very key moment that we see here in XRP. And, I think that we'll see a huge breakout of this triangle and we'll head up to new all-time highs. It's worth 65 cents right now. Its previous all-time high is $3.32. So it's going to be very, very profitable here with XRP as we break out. The apex of that triangle is at around 82 cents. So watch for us to see a bullish reversal and a break about 83, 82 cents, which confirms this triangle breakout bullish. And just like Bitcoin, should take us into a huge bull market. With XRP, this is actually one of the coins that I have mentioned my target publicly to you guys, which is actually $23 per XRP. And I was talking about that a long time ago. I've been talking about $23 per XRP when it was worth like 12 cents before it went up to $1.80, okay? So this has been a target for a long time. I'm watching for XRP. It seems crazy to people, but let's go ahead and finish this Bitcoin comparison, and you'll start to see just what I mean by parabolic and undervalued market cycles that lead into overvaluation, right? So if we look here, this triangle, this is the triangle on Bitcoin down here. This little circle that I just drew on the Bitcoin chart is that triangle pattern that I just showed you on XRP. And so this peak right here, this euphoria on Bitcoin, is also this euphoria on XRP. Okay? So although this is just a rough estimate to eyeball, just to show you guys what's possible with these cycles, this is how parabolic Bitcoin went from that point out. Nobody believed that was going to happen. I got into Bitcoin in 2015. Nobody even thought it was going to go to 5,000 or anything at that time. It went from $180 to $20,000. And it was worth about $500 inside of that triangle per coin before it went to 20K. So XRP is worth 65 cents. It going to $20 is actually basically exactly what Bitcoin did as it went parabolic above its all-time high. So call me crazy now. I'll let time speak for me in these videos, you guys. I take the big picture approach. And I'm willing to remain bullish right here because this is the disbelief phase of XRP. So the fact that I see a whole bunch of people in disbelief that the market's going to go up confirms my analysis. So I expect big things coming in XRP, you guys. Finally, Dogecoin. Dogecoin is extremely exciting. It looks exactly like Bitcoin did back in the day. So market cycles, again, we always get a first sell-off, which is also known as the disbelief phase. That's exactly what we see here with Dogecoin. We see disbelief with the first sell-off. Bitcoin being on the bottom. This is Bitcoin on the bottom here in 2015, leading into its bull market to 20K. And this is Dogecoin today. A spitting image of the same thing. Then we get depression in wave C. Bitcoin was worth about $250 back then. Dogecoin is worth about 14 cents right now. And again, Bitcoin from this point from $500 went all the way to 20,000, right? So what can happen with Dogecoin? The sky really is the limit. You know, a lot of people talk about $1 per Doge as being a conservative target. That's because it is, right? It's a conservative target. And I've been watching Dogecoin for a while. It started to catch my attention around 5 cents and has only continued to catch my attention since then. This chart has only continued to look better and better as time goes on. So I'm excited about Dogecoin. $1 is a very minimal target. This is not one I will share with you guys publicly, the targets like I can with XRP, because I already have. But I will show you that it's going to head over $1 here. Very high probability over $1, according to my trading journal. So wave C of these ABC corrections is depression. So of course you're going to get a lot of people disagreeing with me. A lot of people will feel like they want to give up on cryptocurrency right now. They'll feel like they're an idiot for investing. And a lot of people will be making bearish videos because 80 to 90% loses, and it's actually the point of maximum financial opportunity, but they think it's the other way around. They think it's the maximum risk. So, you know, this chart looks freaking amazing, you guys. I'm super excited about Dogecoin, about Filecoin, and of course XRP as well. These charts are set up for massive moves on the upside, and I am not about to give up on any of my positions in Bitcoin, in XRP, in Dogecoin, in Filecoin, or any of the coins that I see doing massive gains as cryptocurrency continues to paint its bull market. So finally, last but not least, I'm going to talk a little bit about the NASDAQ, and then we'll talk about the mastermind for everybody that stayed clear till the end of this video. Huge thank you, you guys. Also, there's a double bottom forming on Bitcoin. Please be aware of this. A lot of people are panic selling their Bitcoin right now. But I'll just tell you what my personal view is right now, which is bullish. I see a double bottom forming on Bitcoin. Go watch yesterday's video if you want to get more into the detail of the big picture on Bitcoin. But this is a double bottom pattern forming that I see on Bitcoin. So I'm very bullish as a result of that. Keep an eye out on that. The neckline is about 4,700 per coin, which would confirm a breakout to about 60K. So if we break any levels above 47 per coin, especially watch the support levels of 38,000 and about 40,000 to hold strong. And if we can get above 47,000, we'll go straight for 60 as a result of this pattern. So don't just, you know, a lot of people sell support in these markets. And the first thing you learn in a technical analysis book is to buy support and sell resistance, not the other way around. So think about that before you just sell onto support or take shorts. This right here is Bitcoin on the bottom. Market cycles repeat. Market cycles are fractal, right? Dogecoin and Bitcoin, fractal. Filecoin and the NASDAQ, fractal. Bitcoin and the S&P 500, fractal. When Bitcoin hit 10,000 per coin, it dropped down to about 8,000. A lot of people panic sold in this area. Right before that happened, Bitcoin went from 7,000 down to 5,000. Tons of people panic sold that. That was the midway cool off. The NASDAQ and also the S&P 500 did a midway cool off during coronavirus panic. Same thing. Then it started to go up and we're seeing a panic right now. Well, that's the same panic Bitcoin did from 10,000 to 8,000 before it went to 20. So the NASDAQ is doing this right now. People are panic selling. It's seeing a small correction. If we were to zoom into this candlestick on Bitcoin, you would have seen that it went from 10,000 down to 8,000, then recovered all the way up here. Time frame shows this as just a single candlestick, but you can see the wick on the bottom and the top actually shows that the market panicked really hard and then recovered. So I expect a parabolic run leading into 2028 in the NASDAQ, in the IXIC, in the S&P 500, in the Dow Jones, and yet people are bearish because the majority is wrong. And they sell at the point of maximum financial opportunity on every time frame. And the NASDAQ is very, very bullish. Big picture. This is a huge uptrend that people are trying to fight. But because they're looking at smaller time frames, they're panic selling at a point of opportunity before a parabolic run leads into the market. So, you guys, the stock market looks very bullish. Crypto looks very bullish. Twitter is a perfect example of buy the rumor, sell the news. It looks extremely bullish right now. Apple falling into a perfect bullish channel onto, guess what, major support, not resistance. What did we just learn? Beginners sell support. Noobs sell support when they should be buying it. So, just watch for this support level to hold strong on Apple. Big things coming in crypto, you guys, and the stock market, according to my trading plan, my trading journal. Huge thank you for tuning in today's session. If you want to master this stuff, be able to buy and sell correctly, play the cycle like a pro, avoid fear. If you're in a situation where you're ready to learn this stuff in your own hands and be able to actually predict these markets, be able to buy the point of maximum financial opportunity, then the mastermind is definitely for you. It is not for people that have $100, $200 ready to invest. This is to help you make your first 100,000 or your first million investing. As many of my students have, I'd love to have you be a millionaire student testimonial or 100,000 testimonial, 100K, $6,000, 6 figures, I mean. The wonderful feeling to make your first $100,000. I've made that in a single day investing in these markets. And I know you guys can make that same amount, maybe not in a single day yet, but you will get there. So if that's something you're interested in, if you have $5,000, $10,000 to invest in the markets and you want to make 100K or even $1 million in the period of 3 months, click the link in the description below and apply for the mastermind. You can start this Saturday and you'll get 3 months of live sessions with me and of course lifetime in the VIP. So even past the program, you're always in the group watching my signals, learning from me, hanging out with the other traders. There's thousands of members in my group, in my VIP groups, and we have like 20 mastermind members or more. So I'd love to have you part of the team. And definitely apply below if that's something you're interested in. If you're ready to change your life, I'll get on the phone with you and help you guys set up in the mastermind program. So thank you guys for tuning in today's video. I will see you in those future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.